Welcome. This is Worship Harvest, Worship Resources, and we're here to just, learn a few things here and there. We'd like to deal with a thing that I've been hearing from so many friends, and that is how do you move from, just having a worship team to maybe using tracks. Maybe you have a musician. How do you go about that? I would like to start it like this. First of all, I think that the tracks are beautiful thing. It's like God thought about us. God was thinking about us when this happened. And then the tracks came. Amazing. So what tracks do is that they help you fill in the gaps that you would ideally not have. Imagine tracks as having musicians in the room, musicians and singers, if you like, and in the room with you, and you are sharing the stage with them. And so what happens is that when you hit play, everyone starts singing. Now, tracks are in a way that it's actually the real song. It's just that they don't have the lead vocalist. You become the lead vocalist. Although I also know that there are some people who do it the other way around. You have the lead vocalist running through it, and then you have the choir on stage and the band and all those things. So now you imagine that your team is Sunday morning, and you'd like to, have a great experience in the room. What you do is, when you prepare the technical things, and we shall get to that in another video, what you just do is to hit play. And no, let's start it right. Okay. So you get onto stage and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I see you in the back. Put your baby down and let's worship the Lord together. Okay, don't do that, please. But welcome everyone in the room. Invite them into the time of worship. Do something prophetic as well. So we're going to have a great time. God is here. We're going to rejoice in the Lord, and strength is going to arise within us. Something like that. Then you hit the play button. And then you have to start with. Everyone, put your hands together. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? And then you start, okay? So what's really happening is that the tracks are running, the room is becoming vibrant, the sound has to be right. That's true for sure. The sound has to be right. It has to feel right. Everything has to be in place. But the thing that the track is doing is that it's helping you fill the void of, I don't have musicians, I don't have singers. Now, if it's done right, you can even have one person doing the whole set, just one person leading the whole congregation, and it will still work out. I've seen it happen, and I was so amazed when that happened. So you see, it really helps to use tracks. And the tracks have to sound right. That's important. The tracks have to sound right. They have to feel right. Okay? They have to sound right. They have to feel right. So what you then need to do, what you need to work on, is getting the right tracks. When you have them, hit the thing. Now you need to, of course, learn how your tracks are flowing, okay? So that you know where the gaps are. Where can you say something, and where can you call people in? Where can you invite people in? Where can you tell them to clap, to shout unto God, and all those things, And so you have all that happening, okay? Now, I think the other question is what happens then when you are maybe a musician? So this is easy when you're the worship leader and you've maybe set them out using VLC is one of the programs that we use. You can also use a phone. Just make sure that there are no alarms or calls. Mercy, Lord, don't do that. Yeah, so you need to make sure that your technical setup is right, okay? So imagine you're using VLC and you've lined up the songs and you're ready to go and all that, and that's flowing well. That's easy when you're just the worship leader. Maybe you have the worship leader and the worship team. The question then is, what happens when you have a musician and it's the first time? Okay, what do you do? Because that's the thing I've been finding. And I find that some musicians even lay back, there's their tracks, and everything will go well. But the addition of a musician is a very powerful thing, because that means then that you are adding a live element to the room. You're adding life to the room. You're adding some, moving blood, if you like, to the room. And that's a great addition. Already, that's just a great, amazing addition. So if it were me, and I have the tracks ready. Maybe I'm the one who was set up to run the tracks. I have the piano ready. The team is ready. We are, prayed up. We are Holy Spirit ready. The room is vibrant. And what do I do? Well, so that I'm not the worship leader, but it can also be that I am the worship leader. I'm running the tracks and I have a team behind me. That's also possible. Okay. The limitations are just in the mind, but that's also a possibility. So what would I do next? Maybe I've set up, I have my piano ready, and then there's a worship leader, and what? I'll just hit play, and I'll just start playing over the song. So you see, all you have to do is to play over the song. Now, some truths about tracks. Here's the thing about tracks. I already say this, but I just want to lay a little emphasis on this. That the tracks are actually, again, like you have musicians in the room, but they're not present in the room. They have been recorded. And so you're bringing them in. So it's the real song without some aspects, like there's a leader or maybe something, that the lead vocalist and such. So what really happens that if I'm a musician with the tracks, all I have to do is to play on top of the song. And that's it. Just make sure that the sound is balanced out between the instrument and the track and the singers in the room. Okay? But all you have to do is just play over it. Now, let me even extend this. I can be a bassist and just play the bass over that. I can be a drummer and play the drums over the tracks and the team. I can be a guitarist. Okay? Now, there are many other ways that you can use the tracks. You can use software, which is a little more complex. I like using Ableton. I find it to be very useful because if I'm running a multi-track system where you have every aspect of the track in its own element, I can mute out what I don't need. So I can mute out the piano, I can mute out the guitar. And I think that's where we need to all be going to, yeah? Have the things there set up, and then, it's great. It's lined up, so you can easily mute out the pianos and play the pianos over that, okay? Then you can mute out the drums. Or maybe if you're a drummer, you just mute out the drums, and then you play the drums over the, so that the elements with the more complexities, you start adding other complex gadgets. And that comes with time, because then you maybe have to set up an in-ear monitoring system so that you can be able to hear the track well to play on time with it. But I just wanted to say that don't limit yourself, okay? Don't limit yourself. These are real good tools. Tracks are great tools. What you just want to do is to keep adding the number of musicians in the room as you go, okay? Max out the tracks. Learn how they work. Maybe we should actually do a video where we can maximize that and see how can you maximize tracks in your sessions. And we'll come to that. But that's about it for today. I just wanted to show you that, there are layers that you can keep adding and you can do something great, adding musician by musician, and the limitation is only on the side that you allow it. But it's all good to go. Everything is available to us, okay? So that's it for now. Please do ask some questions in the comments and let's see how much more we can help. So good to join you. God bless you.